Hey YouTube, Brian LCS, Miles Morales Spider-Man number 15 review. This is the ongoing gang war storyline. So let's jump in. We've got Cody Ziegler writing, Federico Vencini and Federica Mencina on artwork, and the color and letterer there, colorist and letterer. So I'm just going to try to avoid butchering names. So there is the ongoing gang war territory map. See who is in control of what area of New York City. And we jump into the story here, and we have Hobgoblin at a Beyond Corporation facility. And he's actually looking for some tech. And then we see Rabble appear, and that was mentioned last issue where Rabble and the Hobgoblin were working together. And so they are after some type of tech here, and they're shaking down somebody here, and ultimately trying to get some information out of him, looking for some even bigger Beyond Corporation tech. It's kind of off panel, but Rabble basically takes, once they get the information from this guy here, she kills him. And so she's a little out there, a little unstable, I would say, kind of hell-bent on revenge. And so she's working with the Hobgoblin here throughout this to try to, like I said, bring in some additional tech, because she is kind of a gadget type of person. So they're trying to up their game and with some additional Beyond Corporation technology. And then we cut back from last issue, this kind of battle that's going on. Miles has kind of put together a team with the help of Starling, Miss Marvel, and Shift, one of the clones. And they've been doing battle with the Enforcers and the Prowler. And they've kind of dealt with the Enforcers, and now they're kind of left with the Prowler here. And, eventually the Prowler admits that, hey, look, I'm not a bad guy here. I've changed my ways. My master plan here was to kind of link up with the Hobgoblin and see what he was up to. And so he kind of reveals that plan, which was a nice little twist, that we see that Miles' uncle is not, the bad guy. So we cut back to Hobgoblin and Rabble. Now they have found what they were looking for from the Beyond Corporation, some of the technology, and Rabble is looking to use that to enhance herself and some of the technology. And so Miles and team now are trying to figure out where the Hobgoblin is, now that the Prowler has kind of keyed them in on what's going on, and they are basically going to go after the Hobgoblin and try to, attack his home base. And we see some other bad guys here that are kind of there to deal with anything that may come up. They're basically Hobgoblin associates here. And so we see this battle going on, between these groups. There's a splash page for some upcoming. So we see this fight between this, group of villains, and the good guys trying to get into the Hobgoblin home base here. And they're able to dispatch the villains and get in, sneak in. We see that Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Miss Marvel are basically ambushed at some point by the Hobgoblin and Rabble. And that's kind of where we leave off. And again, this incredible splash page art that ends the issue. So that's what we've got for this issue. Again, another kind of a quick read, because there's so much action that's happening in the panels within the book. So there's a little bit of story obviously there in the dialogue, but the bulk of it is action. These fights that have been going on with the whole gang war. Artwork is done really well. I like the fact that we've got Hobgoblin and Rabble. Rabble is really being set up to be one of Miles' own, big baddies that he'll be dealing with for years to come. So, overall, this was a pretty solid issue. I'll go with 5 webheads out of my 5 webhead system. We'll go 3. 3, better than average, and solid. Again, the thing that I found with the gang war story, and I've said it, in a few different reviews, that there's just a lot of characters that you're dealing with. I think there's 15 different characters that we're dealing with in this issue. They're rolling out the Rolodex of villains and heroes in this big crossover gang war event. So that's the only negative for me. I think sometimes it's just there's a lot to follow because you have so many different characters that are involved. But overall, pretty solid. It's been tied in pretty nicely with the overall event that's happening. So, but let me know. Let me know. I mean, for me, Gang War started out strong and it's kind of fizzled a little bit in the ASM storyline. This has been a little bit better for me because of the tie-ins with Rabble and the connection with Miles and what they're building there. So, but that's what I got for you. We'll see you for issue 16 soon. But please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think and appreciate you watching.